right, I think it's just about 8 o'clock. I hope my stampers will come and join me today. And before we get started, I just want to announce our winner from last week's Facebook Live. It would be Rhonda, and she's going to get the set of embellishments, the jingle bells. Okay, so congratulations, Rhonda. I know you'll enjoy those, making some of your holiday projects. Rhonda, you just won. I just saw you pop one. You just won today. All right. So for next time, I'm going through all my embellishments now and seeing ones that I have that I can share. These are from the annual catalog, and they are the bird ballot trinkets. And let me show you these. These are beautiful little metal trinkets. There's little leaves, there's flowers, there's keys, there's bows, and these are great for on your cards. Hi, Jody. And here's an example, and I'm going to send this along too. I use the Bird Ballad Suite with this one, and there is one of the little embellishments right there, a little key, just to give you an idea how you can use those. So we're going to send along the trinkets and the card and an envelope. So that'll be for our next week for the giveaway. So please share and comment tonight as we're going through our demo. It is Thursday, and this is our Tuesday, but has to be Thursday this week, Facebook Live. I'm glad you've all found me on the wrong day, but I went to a lovely concert on Tuesday night up at Susquehanna University. They had it was a Christmas service up there, and a friend from church, he was singing in the choir, so it was great to hear him sing. So it was a great day. Hi, Gina. So let's go ahead and get started. As you read on my Facebook post, today we're going to be making this lovely little gift bag. So easy, so fun, so great to have around the house this time of year. It's really, really nice and deep. You can get lots of stuff in there. And I also put a little embellishment down here on the bottom. Now I wanted to show you another one I made. It's not made with the same paper, but if you notice here, the handles I made tie inside. Okay, so that's one way you can make it. And then these handles tie on the outside, where you can put the ribbon through and then tie it on the outside. So it's kind of a preference. These are a little shorter handles. These are a little longer. So, you know, it's kind of whatever you like. So we're going to make something much more like this one than our reindeer one. So I just wanted to show you that one as another sample. Now we're going to be using today paper from the Christmastime is Here suite, and we're also going to be using a stamp and a die from the Christmas Rose set, and this is 2 stamp sets, and then there's 1 set of dies in here. Let me get the dies here. Yep, right in here. So this is a great set for Christmas time. I've made lots and lots of cards with this one. I love the big rose, and I'm turning back to get something here on my shelf here. But this is a card that I made using the stamp of the big rose. It's just so beautiful, and it's something you could really use all year round, depending on the colors you picked. But just a wonderful, wonderful set. Today, we're just going to be using the little sentiment in this set. All right, so let's go ahead and put that aside for now. Hope everybody's getting ready for Christmas and getting all their presents wrapped and everything. I'm still working hard on that, but I am trying to get it done. We have one more event this year. We have our card buffet this Friday, and then that will be it for the year. So we're going to take a couple weeks off, but then we're going to come back on on January 5th, and we are going to have our new catalog open house at my house. Have you guys gotten your catalogs yet? If you've bought something from me in the last year, you will definitely get a catalog from me. All right. If you haven't and would still like a catalog, just message me during this video, or you can just personal message me, whichever you like. But the new catalog is amazing, and it is Celebration. I don't know if all of you know what Celebration is, but Celebration is the most fantastic time in the Stampin' Up! Year. What you do is when you buy $50 of product from the mini catalog or the big annual catalog that is still current, you get to choose an item free out of this brochure. So it is just amazing. And these are wonderful items in here. There's embellishments, there's stamp sets, there's die sets, punches, just amazing stuff. So now is a great time to get your hands on the new All Occasions catalog. And I'll certainly be sending you the Celebration brochure as well. So let me know if you need one. I would love to send you one. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. Again, we're going to be making this little bag. And the reason I love this bag is because it's made out of a 12 by 12 sheet of Designer Series paper. Now, this is a piece of the Designer Series paper from the Christmastime is Here. It's got something sticky on it. The Christmastime is Here suite. It's just gorgeous paper. You can see I made this one as well. And it's got the roses, and it has a little bit of the gold foiling in it as well. It's just gorgeous. One piece is just as beautiful as the next. And then on the back side, they have like a coordinating print that you can use. And I love having these because then it makes it look so great. When you fold over the top, you have a little bit of a coordinating color from the back side of the paper. So it's perfect for making these bags. All right, well, let's get started. We're going to bring in my scoring board. Okay, now this one, it's not going to be a challenge, but if you have paper or using paper that has any kind of direction to it, you want to make sure when you're starting, you have it in the position that you want the bag to be. Okay, so I want the paper pattern oriented this way on my bag. So you want to make sure before you start scoring that that's what you've done, that you want it oriented this way. All right, so once you decide which way you'd like to do it, you're going to go ahead and begin scoring. And now let me show you something. I don't know if you've ever noticed on your scoring board, your scoring tool has one end that has a larger ball than the other. Okay, and the reason we have that is depending on the type of paper you're scoring, you might want to use a different size, which I mean, now this paper I have here is a little more delicate than like a cardstock or something. So you're going to want to use the larger ball when you're doing your scoring so it doesn't tear the paper. Okay, if you use the smaller one with the more delicate paper, you can tear it. So the smaller end is really for the big, heavy, thick cardstocks when you want to score those. So that's always good to remember. Make sure that you're using the larger ball with the more delicate paper. So that's definitely what I'll be doing with this one. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. Both sides are 12 by 12. So on the first 12 by 12 side, you're going to score at 1.5, 5 3/4, 7 1/4, and 11.5. And don't worry, I'm going to put this video on my YouTube channel, and I'm also going to have a blog post on my blog. If you miss any of the measurements, you can get them there. All right, so let me go over those again. 1.5, 5 3/4, 7 1/4, and 11.5. All right, then we're going to turn the paper clockwise, and we're going to score at 1.5 and 10.5. And that's all our scoring. Okay, now the last two scores, the 1.5 and the 10.5, are actually going to be the bottom of our paper and the top of our paper. Hi, Sandy. Nice to see you. Must be one of Gina's friends. Do you live in South Carolina too? All right, so here is what we have so far. So the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and take my let me get it here, my bone folder, and I'm going to go ahead and fold on all my score lines. Now you want to be careful. This paper is a little more delicate than your cardstock. So you want to be a little more gentle with your folds. So I'm going to be a little more gentle using my bone folder. Just want to make sure I get it on the right spot. Let's go ahead and crease that one. And we have the one here on the bottom. You're from Greenville. Ah, I know where you guys are. I went to Clemson as an undergrad and graduate student, and I was just down there for the Wake Forest game. So I hope it's warmer down there than it is up here. It certainly was gorgeous the day we were there. It was like 60 degrees on game day. It was wonderful. So I'm hoping to get down there soon again for a visit. All right, so I've got all my folds creased, ready to go. Now, you're going to notice on one side of your paper, if you have the two small 1.5 inch panels at the top and bottom, you're going to notice on the right side you have that real thin rectangle. Okay? Now, before we go ahead and fold that, we're going to go ahead and fold down our top part. Now let me bring in my other bag. This is what we're creating here. We're making this panel on the top that's kind of a contrasting color. And that's where we're going to attach our handles. So to get that down, what I like to use is some of this great tear and tape. Who doesn't have some of this tear and tape in their stash? This is a great, great tool for sticking things down for your 3D. Yes, go Tigers, Sandy. I hear ya. A little nervous about our game coming up with Ohio State, but oh, I'm excited too. All right, so there I did it. I put that down. That's flat down and adhered. Now, let's go back to what I was talking to here with our thin rectangle down the right. Okay, I'm going to take my scissors here, and I'm going to cut up that thin score line until I get to the first horizontal score line right there. And then I'm just going to cut off there. Okay? And that's all I have to do along there. And then I'm just going to have to create my flaps that are going to make the bottom of the bag. So I'm going to cut up these other vertical score lines here. And they're going to fold together and create the bottom of the bag. Very simple. All right, that's all we had to do. So we just cut off that little piece there, and then we cut up these bottom panels here up to the first horizontal score line, and we've created these two small flaps here and these two more rectangular flaps. All right, so now we're ready to go ahead and put it together and make the bag. So we're going to go back to our thin rectangle end, and I'm going to take some tear and tape. I'm going to turn it this way so you can see a little better, and I'm going to run it all the way across that thin rectangle from the part that we had cut out all the way to the top of the bag. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take off the back of the tear and tape, and then I'm going to turn it over, lay this side down, and then bring this over and lay it right over top, and it will match up perfectly for you there. And there we have our box getting ready to be completed here. So there's our box with our sides, and now I'm going to turn it so you guys can see the bottom. So we have these 4 flaps here on the bottom that we have to adhere. Okay, what I do is I'll put in my 2 small flaps first. Hi Barbara, how are you? Welcome. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue on those small flaps. Then I'm going to fold in the back flap, and then I'm going to put some glue on the front flap. Close that down, turn it over. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to go down in there and give it a little bit pressure. And there it is. all finished. How easy was that? And that is a good size bag. You can get a lot of goodies in there. And let me measure it for you. Let me get my ruler. Okay, the bag itself is 9 inches tall, 4 1/4 wide, and 1.5 thick. Okay, so that's a good size, and that's out of that 12 by 12 sheet. So there's no need to cut any of your paper before you make it. So that's why I really liked it. It's something you could throw together pretty quickly. All right, well, let's finish up our embellishments for on our bag. And the way I did that is I took a coordinating paper from the suite and I cut a 2-inch circle. Isn't that pretty? All the paper had some kind of foiling on it. I just love that. And then I cut out using the Starburst punch. This is some gold glitter paper. I mean, you can't have too much glitter on your bag, can you? So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to turn this over, and I would recommend using glue when you try to glue anything to this glitter paper because it's kind of rough, like sandpaper, and just your regular snail adhesive that you use might not hold it real well. So I found that that works a little better. So let's let that sit over there and dry. And then I have this piece that I cut out using one of the dies from the set. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp on this. Now the colors that we use of this, the red color that is used for this is called Merry Merlot. I think it might be a little too long. It might stick out the top if that's okay. If you make your handles long enough, I think you would be in good shape. I think it would fit, Sandy. Maybe stick out a couple inches, but at least it would fit. Just make your handles a little longer. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp my sentiment. This is from the set as well. Christmas, may this Christmas fill your heart with warmth and love, especially warmth. We're freezing up here in Pennsylvania. So, all right, so then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to adhere just the right side of the label to my circle. Okay, everybody see how I did that? Isn't that pretty? I love it. Can never have too much sparkle. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it over and we're going to take some of these fabulous dimensionals and I'm going to stick those to the back. These are little foam pieces that help this embellishment or any embellishment that you put on a car stand up a little bit off the surface of the card. So I'm going to go ahead and put him down here on the bottom. Let me move my hand up there a little bit so I can push it down. And there it is. Okay, just like this one I used here. So again, it used the coordinating design from the stack of paper. All right, we're on the last part now. We're going to go ahead. Yes, I hear you, Jody. We all love sparkle here. All right, I'm going to go ahead with my paper punch and I'm going to go in about halfway down this panel here and about maybe an inch from the side of the box. I'm going to punch there and do the same thing on the other side. Now you can always, if you're one that likes to measure it, you could do that too, but I kind of eyeball it, get it close enough. And there I made my 4 holes, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. Okay, and now it's time for some ribbon. I'm using some of the vanilla satin ribbon. This is gorgeous. And I'm going to pull off a little bit over a foot for each one of these because we're going to have to be doing some tying, so it's going to shorten it. Okay, so what you want to do when you have to feed a piece of ribbon through a tiny hole like this is you're going to go ahead and take your ribbon and you're going to cut it to make a point. And then you can feed it right through the hole and grab it on the other side with your other fingers. Then you can pull it all the way through. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie it off. And then I'm going to pull it back through. So I'm doing the one that the knot is on the inside of the bag, but you can certainly do it on the outside if you like, depending on what you fancy. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and take this side, do the same thing. I'm gonna cut it off so that I have a nice point at the end of my ribbon. I'm gonna feed it through the little hole, grab it on the other side and pull it through. Then I'm gonna turn it over on itself and make a knot as close as I can get to the end of the ribbon. And then I just pull it on through. And there's my first handle. I think this would be fine, Sandy. If you made nice long handles, you could definitely fit your candy in here. All right, let's do the same thing we just did on the back. Where did I put? Oh, here it is. Okay, and let's go ahead and take another nice slice. All right, let's turn it back over. Again, I'm gonna cut and make a nice point. Come on, scissors, there we go. I'm gonna feed in through the outside because I'm gonna do my knot on the inside. Pull it through. And then I'm gonna tie the knot close to the end of my ribbon. Come on, ribbon. There you go. And then pull him through. All right, and the last time, if anybody has any questions, let me know. Actually, this is a Stampin' Up! Hole punch, Sandy, which we do not carry anymore. So I would suggest, looking in at your local craft store for a real heavy duty one. Because it sometimes when you have to go through a few layers, you need something heavy duty. Yeah, I wish I could offer you one, but we don't carry one right as of now. All right, and last one through. And let's go ahead and tie our knot down to the end. And there you have it. There is the bag. Isn't that easy? So nice and easy. Everybody has their Designer Series paper in the 12 by 12 size. So it's really quick and easy to get this started. So that is both of my bags. I'm trying to think what I might be using these for, but they really, as I said before, can hold a bunch of things. So that is my demo for this evening. Thank you so much for everybody and all the hearts, everybody who joined me, all my South Carolina friends down there. So nice to see you. I hope you're warmer down there, and I hope you're rooting for those Tigers in a couple of weeks. So don't forget to go ahead and share and like this video, and I will put you in a drawing to win these Bird Ballad trinkets. These are cute little metal embellishments that you can put on cards. And along with that, I will send you this card that I made using the Bird Ballad stamp set. And there's one of the little trinkets that I used. I just tied the little key on there. Isn't that cute? All right, so make sure you share and comment, and I will put you in the drawing. All right, next time, what are we gonna make? Next time, it will be our last Christmas project because we're getting very close to Christmas. So we need to make sure that we have these things ready to go. This might be one of my favorite little projects that I made. This is called a chocolate and a gift card holder. I made this using the Perfectly Plaid paper, and it opens up, and inside you have 3 of these little Merci chocolates and a gift card. I just think this is adorable. Actually, this one, I'm giving this one to my UPS man. He doesn't know it yet, but he's gonna love it. So I got him a Starbucks card and the chocolates, and I love this box because it closes using a magnet. Okay, and I will show you how to use with the magnet, and I'll show you all the different links and things so you can get the magnets if you'd like to try it yourself. So this will be next week's project, and we will be doing it again on Tuesday of next week. Then the next week, I'm going to take a week off for Christmas, and then we'll get back and start some of the new items that are in the new catalog. So let me know if you need a new catalog, and I'd be glad to send you one. All right. So thanks again for joining me, and I wish you all a great week, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.